Hello everybody, Lila's Gigi here, or Sandy, as some of you know me by. I have had the pleasure of meeting this lovely lady on YouTube about 2 months ago. I started following her and her journey. She does all of her nails, oops, that's not what I wanted uploads. She does all of her nails freehand. Beautiful, beautiful work. Absolutely gorgeous. Very proud of her. That's Angels Heavenly Nails, Nailz, right there. Anyway, I'm doing a collab with her and I was so excited to do this. She is such a sweet, sweet person. So if you're not following her, please give her a follow on YouTube, subscribe to her channel. I don't believe she has an Instagram yet, and I'm trying to talk her into it because the nail community is so fabulous. They're so awesome, such sweet, sweet people, and I would really like Angel to get onto Instagram. But she does have a YouTube channel. She is just building this. So if you could hop over there and give her a follow or subscription, that would be absolutely awesome. I would appreciate that so, so much. So what we're doing is these. And I did do my thumb. She decided ladybug with a yellow background. And they're so cute. And this is my right hand. And I did these freehand, and I'm not a freehander. But it is, that's why I have 3 empty nails here, so I can recreate these. So we'll see how I do. I have already prepped my nails with yellow stopper for my base and Sinful Colors YOLO Yellow. I put 2 coats of that on and capped my tips, and I put a layer of Sèche on, and I made it a pretty thick layer. Okay, so I'll put those aside because I don't need them anymore. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use this Bundle Monster Lucy's Stash. That's BMXL209. I'm going to use this image right here. And I believe we are going to reverse stamp that. I'm using Moyu black stamping polish. I actually like the Moyu brand a lot. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to scrape with my Bundle Monster scraper and pick up with the Big Bling. Oops, it's falling over here. So I'll be picking up with this. I wonder if there's something on my scraper. No, I think that picked up okay. Clean that up a little bit. I don't want the excess on my fingers. I did not use anything on the sides. I did not use any kind of latex or anything. So, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out, I'll just use this fixie plate one here. Let me get this out of the way. I'm just going to lay out some polish. I was going to use the acrylics, but I think I'll be okay using this. This is Salon Perfect, and it is the color Salsa Dance. Very pretty red. Very pretty. Okay, so got to choose my, I'm going to use a dotting tool for this. Now you don't have to use a dotting tool. You can use a toothpick if you want. You have to be very careful if you use a dotting tool that you don't pick up the black that's already stamped on here. So all I'm going to do is just dot it in. Get that done. Yeah, I've had it pick up before, and it was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So what we're going to do is just let this dry to the touch. It'll just take a couple of minutes, if that, and then we'll stamp it right off of here onto my finger. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you know, you want it to be, but let's face it, I am no Picasso, trust me. So, there. So I'm going to just, well, let me grab a little bit more red. Give that a minute to dry. I'm going to just set that aside. This is my first real nail demo or tutorial, whatever you want to call it. So I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so I'm going to draw a ladybug on here, and I'm going to put smaller ladybugs on this one. Now for this, I already have my paint. I'm using acrylic paint for that. So I already have it dabbed out. And normally I would use a small brush, but I'm going to use this brush. It is a Wet n Wild brush. It looks like I may have it just a little too dry. There we go. Let me grab a little bit more water and mix this up to a nice consistency. You can use any kind of acrylic paint for this. Because all I'm going to do, let me get that out of the way. I'm probably going to have no room here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just lay it where I think I want my ladybug to be. And I'm using the rounded brush. It just seems to work better for this kind of a design. And I know it's not going to be perfect. I put a large layer of sachet vide on that so that if I needed to, I could scrape it off with a toothpick or use alcohol and get it off. I might have to do this twice. Okay. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. And then I'm going to pick up my stamper because I believe this is touch dry by now. And it is. And I'm going to stamp that on this finger right here. A little difficult for me to see. And I'm just going to push it down pretty hard and just move it around a little bit. A lot of times if you use the yellow stopper on top of this, it will work pretty well. Looks like I'm missing something up in the corner. And very carefully take it off. I've missed over here on this side. Let's see what we can do. Sometimes just wiggling it around and taking it off a different way will help. Okay. Very carefully. All right. It worked. I have, this one was giving me a little bit of a hard time right here, but I got that. So I'm going to just use my cleanup brush and get this off of here. Let me move this over. I'm not very well prepared, am I? And just get that off. Not too much cleanup. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that is on there. All done. Now this little guy, he still feels a little wet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, and I think I'm going to use my dotting tool again to make little, excuse me, and I tried to decide, I believe I'm going to use, even though I used that here, I could have used polish and it would have worked just fine for that, I believe. So I'm going to just take my little Dixie plate stamper again, and put some polish on that. I'm going to make my, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and use the paint that I was using. Sorry about that. I'm going to just dip into my paint with this brush. I'm sorry, with this dotting tool, and just dot wherever I think I want ladybugs. Just kind of make a circle. And again, they don't have to be completely perfect. I mean, they're ladybugs after all. Bigger one there. I have a big C curve, so it's hard to get around that corner. And I guess if you had a larger dotting tool, it would be even easier, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. And he's not very circular, is he? Yeah, we'll just put a little one right there. Okay. All right, so let's see. I did not mix up any of the black yet. I should have had that prepared. I believe I'm going to go ahead and use, let me grab my black. We're going to mix up a little bit of black for the head of the ladybugs. Just putting a little bit of black out there. I'm using this Art Treasure acrylic paint. I got it from Michael's, and you can get it, I'm pretty sure you can get it cheaper from, not this particular brand, but you can get them cheaper from, let's see who, Walmart or someplace like that. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of water to this, and I'm just going to use this brush and just add some water just to change the consistency of it a little bit. I don't want it too thick, and I've not worked with acrylics either, so if you would just bear with me, that would be awesome. I think that's pretty good. Now for the stripe on the large ladybug, I have some finger paint striping polish, I think it's called. So that's what I'm going to use for that. In the meantime, I'm going to put a little head on these guys. Get some of my stuff out of the way here. Let me turn him this way so I can put my finger right on here. Just going to reach in, grab some of the paint, and put a little head on this guy. Yep, I think that's good. I'm going to flip this over. It has a smaller end on it, and I'm going to put little heads on the other guys, or girls, as it may be. And I'm telling you, if I can do this, anybody can do it. Okay, that one we're going to make him a little bit more round. I'm going to add a head to the other ones, to this one, and we'll put one right here. There, now we'll let those guys dry. In the meantime, let's see, this is the Char Art Coal Black. It's finger paints. I'm going to put my stripe down my ladybug's back. Whoop, as long as I don't drop the bottle. And there we have our stripe. And while I have this out, so I mean, you can use whatever you want. Let's see, I'm going to put some dots on this guy. And we'll put some dots on the other side. And you can put your dots wherever you want. It could be random, or you could actually have a reason for it, unlike me. Just adding the dots to make them just a little bit bigger. Sometimes it's easy working with the brush, and sometimes not. Sometimes you just need the dotting tool works better, but I'm just showing you different ways to do this, and that's why we're working with paint and polish. I'll put one more over here, and he can have a couple here. There. Not too bad. I also have the white polish, so I'm letting that dry. The white finger paints right here, and I'm going to use that next. I do have the acrylics, but like I said, I'm not used to working with them, so I think we'll be good with this. And get it out of the bottle. Put an eye there and an eye over here. Okay. I am going to use this polish, but I'm going to use the dotting tool for the other ones because their faces are so tiny. This is an awful small canvas to be working with, but it's all right. I'm having actually a good time. And I had bought some of the Twinkle Tea dotting tools and brushes, so that's what I'm using. The only thing is that this is where my camera is located. It's making it a little difficult to work this because it's so big. And I'm sort of pushing in so that I don't have to put black on there. You see the eyes, it sort of makes the black circle for the eyes already, for the pupils, I guess. Let's see if this one works. Okay, some more polish. These are super teeny. Super, super teeny. Let's try this one. Well, I guess the paint dried. Maybe it's just the angle I'm looking at. I can't see whether it's showed up or not. Not exactly perfect, but works for me. So I'm going to go back to the black acrylic with the same dotting tool that I have, and I'm just going to dot these guys. Thank you for bearing with me here. And I'm just putting 4 dots on it. You can make your little guys have as many dots on them as you want, or as few. Okay, I think that worked all right. And now I'm going to go back, and this is not quite dry, but I'm going to put acrylic paint on this and give him some pupils, hopefully without messing it up. There we go. So there we go. So I'm going to let these dry, and I will be back and we will top coat them. See you in a few. Alrighty, so these are dry, but then I realized I'm looking at my ladybug, and what good is a ladybug without any antenna? So I'm only going to put the antenna on the middle one. The little ones, I think they're okay. So let's try this. I took the skinny dotting tool that I had, and we are going to try to draw antenna. Let me flip this over to the other side. There, she has antenna. Yay. Okay, so now I'm going to let that dry, but I'm going to go ahead and put the sachet vite on all of my nails. Okay, I am back, and all of my nails have been top coated without smearing, thankfully. If you have found me through Angel's channel, thank you so very much for watching. I would appreciate it if anybody watching this would subscribe. Welcome you to my YouTube family. This has been an amazing experience working with Angel. She is just the sweetest, sweetest lady. As soon as you bring up one of her videos and see her smile, it's like, I don't know, it just lights up the room. Thank you for that, Angel. Thank you so much for asking me to collab with you on this. I'm glad you were my first. Anyway, I am Lila's Gigi _nails on Instagram. I will have that information linked below. I will also have Angel's YouTube channel linked below, so you can hop over there and give her a quick subscription. That would be great. So, loving these little ladybugs. Just love them. Thanks again, Angel. You're just such a dear heart. Love you to pieces. Okay, so thank you so very, very much for watching. And as always, be kind.